Welcome to the Sports Card Talk Show. Sports Card Talk Show with Kevin Anderson and Lauren Walker, the Skull Brothers.
Welcome to episode 139 of the Sports Card Talk Show. Friday Night Live interview tonight.
Today we have Matt and DMC returning on the show. They've been they represented the Bengals for us back in the fall. They came back and did a My Five Faves.
Yep.
Finally getting them on for an interview.
Yeah, it was time. Finally got the schedules all worked out.
Yeah. So you can follow them on YouTube at MTSPORTSCARDS and on Instagram at MTSPORTSCARDS8.
Right. And I'm pretty sure they're on Twitter too, but we don't mess around on there a lot. So we'll let him tell you if he's on there. I know he is. I just don't know if it has the 8 or not, basically. Yeah. Trivia.
Dude. I was thinking I was going to get away with that trivia.
No. I think we got to step up the game a little bit today. We'll see if Lauren really knows Minnesota trivia.
Are you going to hit me with the 7? Ooh.
Let's do a 7. I don't know if we've done one yet. We might have did this one. Yeah, we did that one.
So we have done a 7 before. I probably got about 2 out of 4 on a 7.
This will be a little bit tougher. What Hibbing native and Gopher great was drafted by the Minneapolis Lakers in 1955 and made 4 straight All-Star appearances starting in 1956? I'd be shocked if you knew that one.
But Minneapolis Lakers?
Yep.
Did you say?
Yep.
Minneapolis or a Hibbing native and
Gopher great. Drafted by the Minneapolis. See, that's way back when.
Yeah,
Dick Garmiker.
No, I've never even heard of him.
Although it's somebody to look up for my players from Minnesota PC.
Yeah.
Beginning in 1996 and 97, how many consecutive seasons did the Garnett-led Timberwolves earn a playoff berth? Wow, that's tough. It's not, I mean, if you think
96,
about it,
97, you said?
Yeah, beginning in that season.
6, 97, 97. Oh, it's going to be 96, 97, 7.
8.
Oh!
What was this is tough, dude. I'm sorry. What was the name of the Arena Football League team that played one season, 1996, at the Target Center?
Oh, my God.
I wouldn't have known that either.
Oh, man. I'm going to say the Paul Bunyan's.
Minnesota Fighting Pike.
Oh, my gosh.
What star Gopher forward went second overall to the Cleveland Cavaliers in the 1973 NBA draft? I mean, this is gettable, but still tough.
Star Gopher forward?
Yep.
1973 draft.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, dude, I got skunked. Who was it?
Jim Brewer.
Yeah.
No?
Nope.
That was tough. I won't do a 7 again to you for a while.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, dude. need to
either
regroup.
be epically great or epically bad. So.
I can honestly say I didn't know any of those. Not even close.
It'd be interesting to see if any of our commenters knew any of those.
Right. Well, I think we're ready to dial them up. Or do you need to gather yourself a little bit after that performance? I'm ready. All right, let's dial them up.
Ring-a-ling ding-dong.
All right, we got Matt and DMC dialed up. How you guys doing today?
Good.
Good to have you.
Got the first word in.
I know.
He did. He jumped on that.
Yeah.
I should have been thinking. I should have been like, we got Matt and DMC from MT Sports Cards. Matt's here. And DMC's here. I am. Darn it.
The deeper his voice gets, the harder he is to hear. Like,
right.
If you watch our early videos, his voice is like 10 octaves higher.
Darn, I should have been on the ball on that. Oh, that's
good old puberty, huh?
You can play stuff in. Yeah, he actually went through it on one of our videos, like right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Yeah, it was crazy stuff.
Oh, funny. Well, I think we'll start just like we always do. We'll have you talk about your collecting history. Just kind of a brief history, and get us up to date. Maybe up to the point where you guys decided to do the channel together, and then we'll kind of explore that a little bit.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm a child of the '80s. Early on, my earliest recollection of anything card or like sports related was my mom was actually dating a guy, and he gave me a bunch of Panini sticker books. This was back before Panini even did cards. Like they just did basically the sticker books and stuff. And kind of the reason why I became partially a Redskins fan, or the Washington sports football team, whatever they are now, is because. But I'm repping my Redskins hat right now. It's okay. My wife's Native American. It's all right. She said it was all right. So anyway, so I got those sticker books, and there was no way I was able to fill them. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to fill one of those sticker books.
I think I tried one time back in the 80s, and
I got some Panini stickers, but I didn't know anything about the book. So
yeah, well, now they sell them at the Dollar Tree, and you can that's something that's actually there. Like right now, they just released this year's the sticker books and the stickers. But a pack of stickers is like $1, which doesn't sound like a lot, but there's 5 stickers in it, and there's probably you got to get 100 or more than 100 stickers to fill the book, and be getting duplicates and stuff like that. I bet you could probably spend $500 trying to complete that sticker set. So not worth it. So
the same 5 stickers in every single pack. Or
yeah. Well, I mean, you get a lot of duplicates, and you're trying to get that one sticker. I guess now you have eBay, but back in the 80s, we didn't have eBay. To get the specific stickers we wanted. So it was you talk about expensive labor of love. That just didn't happen. So that became, that actually led me to start watching sports, like those stickers. I never really thought about it. And, one of the first, games I watched was the Redskins, and I watched a wide receiver jump over a guy when he was running down the field. And I'm like, this is cool. So, became a sports fan. And then I didn't really end up collecting football cards. I had some, like those Topps green bordered football cards.
Yep.
And I liked them. And then they had the 1,000-yard club for rushers and 1,000-yard for receivers. And I just thought those were the greatest things ever. And but football cards were really hard to come by. Topps lost their license for several years to produce them, so that hobby went dark for a while. And so baseball cards, cropped up, and I became a baseball fan. And late 80s, probably 87 was the first packs I got. I grew up relatively poor, so it wasn't easy to get cards. Had some friends. I think I told this in a video that nobody watched the other day. I had a friend named Mike Sowers. Shout out to Mike Sowers. He won't see this, but he gave me a bunch of 88, what were they? Fleer packs. I think they were the red, white, and blue border. And man, I thought that was the greatest thing ever. I thought, man, this kid is the most sacrificial kid on earth. Giving me unopened packs of cards. I just thought that was incredible. Then he gave me a stack of other cards, and they were like Kmart cards and stuff. But, it was Pete Rose and Darryl Strawberry and Fernando Valenzuela and guys like that. And I didn't know the difference between a Topps card and a Kmart card. So I thought they were I was over the moon about it. So, then I got into hardcore collecting. My uncle had a collection from 1970, 71, 72. And he gave me a few cards, and those were, some of the main of my collection, like Nolan Ryan, Pete Rose, some of my best cards at the time. And then I started collecting big time in '89 when it was Griffey, and we actually had an amusement park down the road called Kings Island. Some of your viewers may have been there. It's one thing to come to Cincinnati to actually do. It's a big theme park. They sold baseball cards at Kings Island.
Oh, really?
And, yeah, you could get 89 Donruss packs for 50 cents at Kings Island. So, but you think about amusement parks, not really the best. And we didn't buy them and then put them in our fanny packs and then take them home and open them. Man, we sat there right by the huge fountain in the front of the amusement park, and we opened them right there. And I remember pulling a Griffey and stuff, and placing it back in the pack, and then jamming it in my pocket. So there went my PSA 1089 Griffey. So anyway, to make a long story short, just collected for the next few years, just as much stuff we could buy. The T and MT Sports Cards, Travis, he was my best friend. We still are pretty close to this day. We would go in the card shop, and I don't know if you ever remember doing this, and just sitting on the floor in the card shop, maybe buying some packs. If you were really, really lucky, maybe had a birthday or something, you buy a box, and you just sit there and open it in the card shop. And, there was nothing better. And you were hoping to score something big so you could sell it back to the guy, for big money.
Right.
That never really happened. And then, fast forward, I went to college in '93, and I actually still stayed kind of active. I went to college about 30 minutes outside of Chicago. And it was a great time to be in Chicago. I mean, just so many amazing things. And one of my card memories from there was, you remember a player named Tuffy Rhodes? I think his name is actually Carl Rhodes. And I was in Chicago. We weren't at the game, but we were at a game around that time. He hit 3 home runs in his very first 3 at-bats in the major leagues. And his cards skyrocketed, and everyone ran out to try to pull a Tuffy Rhodes rookie card. I mean, it was pandemonium in Chicago. I don't even know. I don't know what those cards were selling for, but maybe $50, $100, $150, $200. I don't know. It was crazy. And then he kind of dropped off really quick, and but he ultimately went to Japan and was a monster superstar in Japan. And he actually he beat, I think the guy in Japan's name was Sadaharu O, was the big home run guy, the Babe Ruth of Japan. Oh, yeah. He went over there and beat his home run record, and he had to walk around with security because there was so many death threats against him for breaking that guy's record. That's a true story.
Wow.
So I might have the name of the guy wrong, but I'm pretty sure his last name's O. That's easy to remember, but Sadaharu, I think I might have made up. But anyway, so the one thing, me and my another friend Ben, he was my partner in crime during college, and we would go to card shows in the mall. Remember they have big card shows, set up tables in the middle of the mall. Yeah. And at the time, Classic was really big. Oh man, I thought I was going to retire on Classic cards. Right. Getting Jeters and some basketball time like Chris Webber. I got an artist proof Chris Webber that was limited to 95,000. I thought, oh man, I'm going to hold on to this. Super card. In fact, I just let my 7-year-old son have that card the other day. I said, do whatever you want with it.
Can you imagine if they're limiting cards to 95,000? How many base cards they were making back in those days?
Well, the other day I was at a Goodwill and found unopened Classic games that have 2 packs of cards in them, and you could tell they didn't know what they had, and they tried to sell them for $10, and then they had that marked out, and they were trying 7 and then 5, and then they got all the way down to 1, and I bought them all. So I bought 12 packs of unopened Classic games. And one has Ken Griffey Jr. on the front, and the other one has Nolan Ryan. So I still haven't done anything with them, but I might do a video. I don't know, what'll happen. But
Sure.
So one thing I did kind of skip over there was we had like the Christian version of a prom called a prim, and I sold my entire card collection to pay for me and my date to go to the prim in '93. And I mean, now there was like a period of 10 years when I was like, oh, that wasn't not a big deal because the card market dropped so hard during that time. I'm like, yeah, I made the right decision. But now if I had those cards, man, I had some good cards in good conditions that would grade out well. And, again, like the Nolan Ryans, I had a huge Nolan Ryan collection. I had like 150 Nolan Ryan cards. So, and I got a total of, I think, 175 for the whole collection. And it had some autographed baseballs and stuff. I had all kinds of stuff. So it was hard to do. It was a very bad decision. She wasn't worth it. So anyway, the next part of the story is really easy because it's junk wax era, and I just was done, and didn't buy another pack for several years after that until the T and MT Sports Card Travis. Hopefully someday I can stop saying that. Travis said, "Hey, have you seen relic cards?" And I'm like, "No, I don't know what that means."
Right.
And, he had gone to a car, or no, he had just gone to like a Meyer or something, picked up a pack of cards, and he pulled a Harmon Killebrew game used back card out of it. He immediately took it to a card shop down the road and sold it for $300. And so I thought, wow. Now, this is something I can get into.
Right.
And so I bought a few boxes, never pulled anything any good. And then for Christmas that year, he bought a box. I think they were called Upper Deck Legends or something like that. And I think there was a relic card in every other pack. So we sat there at Christmas and we split the packs up and see who could pull more relic cards. And so that was really fun. I remember, I can't remember the name of the player, but I pulled a relic card, and man, I thought that was my first one I pulled. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. And then I tried a little bit more, and I never really could pull. I maybe pulled one more, relic card and all that time. They were, with Topps, they're real stingy, especially early on with this stuff. Until some companies started going like one relic card per box or one relic card per case. And then the autos started creeping in, but I wasn't in it at all in there during that. So then fast forward to when this guy showed up, I would just buy him a pack of cards or two and just bring them home and give them to him. In fact, you found that box the other day, didn't you?
I think so.
Yeah.
The very first hit I ever got was a Derek Carr relic card.
Yeah. So that
is so cool.
Yeah, and that was just out of a pack I picked up on the way home,
Nice.
And so yeah, and it was really cool. And he was so excited, because I told him, I'm like, there's like relic cards and jerseys and all kinds of stuff. And for him to do that, now that didn't really, it made him want more. And so, buying him, but then obviously he didn't get a hit every pull. So it got a little, boring, and it faded away. He had, like, when we went back through his stuff, he had like maybe 3 relic cards and 1 autograph.
I had a random autograph just laying in my.
Yeah, we don't even know who he was. Like, he was
in good condition though.
Was in good condition. It's probably in worse condition now. So I think I use it as a drink coaster. So then fast forward up to the time when I discovered that people were opening cards on YouTube. And I had gotten into collecting video games by watching people go look for video games on YouTube. And that was back in 2011. And I amassed a collection of like 1,000 individual cartridges and discs. I probably have, 50 systems. and now most of that's in bins. You know, I have some of it displayed, but most of it's in bins. I have all kinds of it's my video game collection is crazy, but now I'm starting to kind of piece it off to fund my card addiction. It's an addiction. It really is. It's bad.
Do you are you up to date on? Are you into the newest generations of video games?
DMC is. What do you
But
have? What are you playing right now?
I got MLB The Show. I got the Madden. I don't have the new one that came out a couple days ago.
I didn't even know one came out.
Yeah, and then on my Xbox, we have Call of Duty, 2K, and a lot. I like a lot of sports. Like any sports, I'll usually get.
Nice.
Well, and he tells me all about the Madden ratings, like I'm supposed to know what he's talking about.
So you don't play, Matt. You don't play the new generation games.
No. Well, and, when I do play him in football, I generally beat him, and that's pretty pathetic because
he's lying.
I hold my own. I do hold my own. I mean, I played Madden 96, man. I was good at that stuff. But no, my new generation stuff, I have a Switch, and I play Mario Odyssey is one of my favorite games. But Nintendo and sports games right now are not good. I think they have RBI Baseball or something on the Switch, and it's not good. You know, I prefer playing Baseball Simulator 1000 on the original Nintendo. That's my go-to game.
I feel like RBI Baseball was a game I played on the Super Nintendo back in 90s or something.
The original Nintendo RBI Baseball was good, but me and my friend Travis, we found that game called Baseball Simulator 1000, kind of an obscure game for the original Nintendo. It was light years better. You could hit a home run into space and hit a space station. It was awesome. And you could create your own team. And I remember my play, I had Cecil Fielder. You could create your own, because it was all generic, but you could make your own team with the names. And so Cecil Fielder, of course we had Griffey, and then a bunch of Reds players, Paul O'Neill and whatnot. And then you change your whole pitching staff. You can have one pitcher throw 107 miles an hour. You put your, anyway, that's anybody in the comments, let me know if you ever played Baseball Simulator. It's awesome. Then you could put all the team's home runs on one guy. So basically, no matter where the pitch went, and if your bat made contact, it went forever. It was so much fun. So anyway, yeah, my video game. I'm kind of holding on with a death grip to my video games. You know, some of them, especially my original Nintendo. That's my favorite. But yeah, I've sold some things. What I call the cream that rises to the top, stuff I don't really care about. I take that and sell it, and I was able to actually buy my hobby box of Obsidian. I sold one game and bought that hobby box of Obsidian. So there's a lot of money sitting there. That's why I'm not handing out my address. So
right.
I don't have this stuff locked up very good. So fast forward to me, finding people opening cards and stuff on YouTube. I did exactly what I did with the video games and kind of just jumped in, with both feet. Now I never did a channel for the video games because I felt like that everything was already being done, and I didn't think I had anything to add. And I don't know why I thought I had anything to add to this, aside from the fact that when I mentioned the idea, DMC decided you wanted to be an internet star, right? Yeah.
No,
you did too.
No, I did.
Yes, you did. You thought we could make big money and get thousands of subs, and you and LMC talked about our big face reveals and stuff that we would have to do, and red carpet Oscar moments and stuff. And it's been a grind. You guys know this is a grind, and the people that are in the thousands of subs, my hat off to them. It's a grind to be able to keep doing it. So we super enjoy what we're doing. We love it, but especially with the state of the hobby right now, it's getting harder and harder. It's harder to find product. It's hard to find a new angle. That's why, I'm really starting to settle into kind of a weekly schedule, where we do, some whatever retail we can find. Throwback Thursday, hasn't been the most well received thing, but like our first two were pretty awful products, like really bad. This last one has been the best one so far, where we did the Upper Deck Philadelphia, the 2009 packs, and I think also keeping those shorter is really important. And then Friday night fights, I enjoy doing that, because it just works with our format with what we do. We go head to head with something,
Right.
and do we've been trying to do kind of like a product review and our head to head at the same time. Last night we dropped our Elite Fat Pack versus Prestige Fat Pack. And I don't know if you've seen any, but the Elite Fat Packs are bad.
That's all I've been hearing, and I passed it up when I was at the store after.
Well, I bought one.
You guys talk about.
I literally, because Football Card Ollie said that they were $12 a pack.
Right.
I'm sitting there going, oof, like I can see $5 a pack or $6 like Prestige, but man, $12. I didn't really believe it. Because there was no price sticker at Meijer, so I went to one of those, clickers, and I had 5 in my cart, and I clicked it, and it came up $12, and I put 4 of them back.
Right.
I'll open one really, really bad thing, but generally I don't open 2 unless it's a repack. I don't learn my lesson as well on repacks.
So, would you feel differently if the Elite was a $5 pack or $6 pack?
A little. I mean, DMC liked the cards. Like, you really liked them.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah, they look good, but it's basically like paying $12 for what is it? 27 base cards, and then 3 pink base cards. It's just there's nothing. Obviously, if you get like a pink Burrow, but there's only one rookie pink in the pack, so your likelihood of getting something good is which is in some ways a good thing.
Yeah.
Because if you get the right card, it's going to be really good. But man, I watched Ollie open 3 and he didn't get anything. Like, it was hard to watch.
I wonder if Panini's going, well, everybody's buying our product for $5 and turning around and selling it for 20 or whatever. So they're trying to up the price, and I'm guessing there's not going to be a lot of flippers on that stuff.
Oh no, there's plenty of that stuff. Even my Meijer, there's plenty of that's a week and a half. I'm going there, basically as soon as we're done here. I'm going to head over and I'll probably pick up more because I'm going to put Prestige Fat Packs in the next repack. And I'll probably pick those up today while I'm there. But they've got them on a rack up front. They've got them all the way in the back in the toy section. There's plenty. Nobody's grabbing those. Now, they didn't have any Elite Blasters. I think people grabbed those up. And thanks to Kevin, I should have some of those on the way.
Right.
Kevin's like my dealer. He's one of those good dealers that gives it to you at cost, man. That's good stuff right there.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I'm trying to talk him out of a box of Chronicles right now. Put me on the spot right now. I know how hard that
sure are. Jeez, man.
I know how hard that is. And there would be only very little hard feelings if it didn't happen. Oh, there it is.
I think you can come on our live and watch Kevin open it here in a little bit.
Well, the double hard thing would be for you to send it and then me just pull an absolute banger out of it.
I know.
And the fact that you bought them, there's good stuff in there because you got the magic touch.
I bought. I've seen people open the blasters, and I've seen autos come out of there. So I'm real hard pressed to let those go.
Well, I would send you back any auto I got.
Oh, sure you would.
I don't open stuff live, so there's like a weird cut in the video. Where it seems like something happened, but we didn't see it.
Oh, I knocked the camera over. Darn it, we got to restart.
We lost that footage too.
Yeah.
Well, we started the channel. It's been a little over, like May of 2019, I guess. we did really horrible for a few weeks, fumbling through, trying to figure things out. Early on, it was still pretty bad. I had DMC sound like a little girl. But that, that seemed to be endearing for people. I don't know. Some people didn't seem to be put off by that. Because, there's some like other channels that are father and son. And, I don't like them. I've watched them a little bit, but ultimately I don't like them. So, if someone doesn't like our channel, I understand, but I think sometimes I don't like it because the younger person's a bit of a punk, like kind of a little bit of a know-it-all. DMC doesn't talk to me like that, thankfully. So, at least not on camera.
Right, I was gonna say, yeah.
I had to do a couple of like shoulder shivs a couple times, when he said some things. No, really, no. We work together good, and obviously it hasn't been totally off-putting because we're over 600 subs now. I mean, my ultimate goal was to be at 1,000 subs at a year, but man, I'm telling you, that's hard. And again, with just being able to open retail, everybody can watch that. So you really got to come and see us just for our personalities and for, I know people like it when you get a big hit, but you're not generally going to get a big hit. DMC and I'll record a video and I'll be like, I don't even think I raised my voice, once during that. Or if it is, it's like, oh, that's nicer than a normal base card, and that's about as high as you get. So,
right.
And then our biggest video is our Dare to Tear.
Yes.
We tore a Chase Young rookie, pulled a Baker Mayfield mini card out of it, and that's over 2,000 views right now. And
nice.
And I know the channel would grow, but I can't afford to tear an $80 card every video. Just not going to work.
Right.
So, I know, and it's funny because that video also it's been it gets like 20 views a day now or something like that, about every day. Early on, it was getting like 50 views a day. It was crazy, like, super lot. But nobody comments. Like, I don't, and my sub count's not growing because of it. But people are seeing it, and it's just not inspiring them to go, any further with the channel, obviously, because we're not getting the same kind of view counts on any other video.
That's great. I have only one. It's actually a Topps Mayo Rip It card is what it's called, which is the same thing. It's an Adrian Peterson, and I will not rip it. I spent good money for it, and
we pulled out of our only legacy hobby box. We pulled the Randy Moss Dare to Tear, and I'm thinking, man, I wish I would have pulled that before we got the Chase Young, and I probably would have left the Chase Young whole. Yeah, and but we still have that. We haven't torn it yet. And I don't know if you've noticed, but those Dare to Tear cards have gone up. The more people rip them, the more the value goes up of the ones that aren't ripped.
Right. I don't even see Topps Mayo Rip It cards anymore. So people might all rip them all because you don't see them. I guess I don't search out just Rip It cards. I
it would probably be difficult for you to even find a value on that, but I bet you would get a pretty penny out of it. I would. Yeah.
I'm guessing that if I extended my search to Topps Mayo Rip It, I'd probably find some, but
I'll give you $20 for it and I'll rip it on camera.
I paid more for it than that, dude.
25. Okay. Well, we also have a Jordan Love, and I was going to rip it because I actually got it for a really good price. But after I held off Cyclone Pack Ripper, because he came at me hard trying to get that card.
I bet he did.
Oh my goodness. I'm like, dude, I'm just not. There's just I'm kind of like Nico in that respect where, if a card has real heavy potential, like as soon as that dude gets his first start, Jordan Love stuff's all going through the roof.
Right.
I missed my window of opportunity to sell all my Ryan Finleys. When he got his start and then everybody realized he's a turd, you can get any Ryan Finley you want now for a real good price. So anyway, we cleared 600 subs, and I was clamoring and scheming and doing all these things to try to get more stuff. Now I think we've kind of got on cruise control. I think we're at a point where a lot of people quit, or just really stop or throttle back really heavily. But I don't want to quit. I enjoy it too much. So I think we kind of are on cruise control where we record to enjoy open up cards and hanging out and talking, and the other day we were doing rip and we recorded it and then we got off camera and we ripped a bunch of leaf off camera and just for fun. And it was a lot of fun. And so, with the channel, I'm still scheming. I always think about it. I literally will lay in bed at night and think, what can I do different? What can I do to attract more people and get us over the next level? I want to be at 1,000, just like you guys do. Yeah. That's that threshold. But once I'm at 1,000, I'm going to want to be at 2, and once I'm at 2,000, I'm going to want to be PC 87. So
right.
always moving forward. But we're not quitting. I know I said the Q word, but we're not. We're not going to throttle back. We're not quitting. And as long as I can afford to find stuff and put content out, we're going to keep doing it. I think you're still good, right? Are you good?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to make the videos. It's what's the grind is the behind the scenes work. That's where it's not fun putting the videos together afterwards.
How much editing do you do, Lauren? Do you do it, or does Kevin do it all?
We don't really do much editing. Kevin's added some. I think we've had a couple videos where Kevin's added some like subscribe, follow, or whatever he adds. Yeah. Some texting into it, and then
StreamYard has made it much easier now because I don't have to put the videos together; they're all together already. So I just basically import everything, chop it, and then put our logos, our names at the bottom. And Lauren does quite a bit on the back end because he thinks that he really enjoys making posts. I'll just put it that way.
Okay. Well, and that's important. That kind of stuff.
I make the thumbnail. I put in the description. It's always cool if someone has a really, really funny one-liner for the title or something like that. But you also don't want to give up too much either because people read the description and not watch the video maybe. So
yeah, that's why I throw things in like, you got to see this. Or the other one that really works is I need your help or we need your help. People will click for stuff like that. And then they do whatever it is you ask them in the video. Like, help me know what this is worth or help me know what this even is. Like,
right.
That kind of stuff where I'm not big for clickbait, but, to a point you almost have to.
I hate clickbait myself, but I would love for people to click.
Right. Yeah. It's a fine line between just being like overtly clickbait. And, I've said this before, I want to do a baseball video where we say, why I don't watch Jab's Family anymore, and put that in the title, because I don't know there's little tiny channels that have 50,000 views on videos because they put Jab's name in their title.
Oh, wow.
And they're channels that are smaller than ours. And, but I want to troll and I want to say why I don't watch Jab's Family anymore. And then to say nothing about it in the whole video. So that way people have to watch it twice and be like, did I miss him say why he doesn't watch Jabs anymore? Or at the end of the video, say something like, I just don't have a lot of time. I don't want, because that's the truth. I do mostly enjoy still watching him. It went weird there for a little while with him, but I do. You can use this for your video. You can say, we talked about
Matt not watch Jabs.
Oh, that's funny.
And it's such a weird. Again, it's a weird phenomenon with within what we do. It's like kind of a microcosm, but you have a lot of channels like us, and then you have the next level of channels like PC 87 and Jabs, and then a lot of the big breakers.
Our title is going to be Why Matt Don't Watch Jabs No More, and he's gunning for PC 87.
I don't want to. That dude's ripped. I don't want to challenge that dude to nothing.
Funny.
So that's again, that's kind of where we're at. With the channel, it's still going to go forward. We're still going to keep doing it. That's another. Are they quitting? That you can put that in there. Is MT Sports Card finished? Question mark.
Right.
I've thought about doing that. Like just putting "I quit" in the in the title, and then basically talking about like, if this is the kind of crap I have to open, I quit. But
right,
really,
right.
And that's the way I feel a lot of
Is
times.
and we're getting to the end of August here. Is DMC going back to school here soon, or is he?
Well, it was Monday, but then we don't have our schedules yet, so they pushed it back another week. So I'm not sure when we go back. Someone said it was the 31st.
Yeah. Get this. So school was supposed to start Monday. Generally, they have like a walkthrough, where you go, like an open house.
Oh, sure.
And or at the very least, they send you like a schedule, like where's your home. They were just gonna have everybody show up and then have to log into their Chromebook sitting in the hallway to find out where their homeroom class is and all this kind of stuff. That was their plan. Not go to the library, not we'll send it to you Sunday night. Show up Monday and we'll figure it out from there. And he goes to, how many people are in your school? You have any idea?
Like 2,000, I think.
2,000, 8th, 7th, 8th. Are there 9th in your school, or just 7th and 8th?
Just 7th and 8th.
7th and 8th graders in oh man, that would be like the worst wind tunnel of all time.
Do you guys not have Corona no more in Ohio, or what?
No, our governor has managed it super well, and we're doing in-person school, but we have a mask mandate, and they did like open it up to where they wanted a certain percentage to continue from home or whatever. You obviously you have the option to, but I don't. But the thing is, they haven't released any numbers about how many are going back and how many are staying remote. So they bought themselves a week. I fully expect they will push it back again. I don't think they'll start next week.
I think, didn't you say your daughter's only has to go to school 1 day a week?
Yeah, 4 days distance and 1 day in school for her grade. The younger kids are going 4 days and then 1 day.
They thought of doing something like that here too, but ultimately that didn't fly.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. And then my youngest is, special needs. So Ohio did pass to where even if everybody goes remote, the special needs will be able to continue to do in person.
Oh, that's good.
That's important because, he didn't really regress. Really, he has made super leaps forward, making me think I'm the best teacher for him. But I really do want him, he's just learning how to learn right now. So being home, he's really learned how to focus and get the knowledge. We're just not sitting down doing ABCs and colors and reading and all that kind of stuff with him. So we, to a point, but it really needs a professional for that kind of stuff. So
yeah.
My other question for DMC is, can we see your wrist, DMC?
I think that all died.
Oh, really? Did it?
No, they get face tattoos now, I think.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
He doesn't have any of those.
You just start up here, and then another, and then another. Well, I'll say I don't think the whole remote thing has been very good for DMC's love life. That I'm aware of. So.
Let's circle back and bring up your repacks. I think this will kind of help us bring it to a conclusion here. But why don't you talk about deciding to do them and where you're at now? Because I was misunderstood. I thought you were doing one and then bringing back another one a little bit later, but it sounds like it might happen a little sooner.
Yeah, concurrently. And I don't really know how to roll them out concurrently. you guys got a version 1, right? Holiday Hotpack.
Yep.
And what was your perception of it? Now, I watched the video, obviously, but what did you think of it overall?
Oh, I love the theme, and I liked everything about it, like the theme, how you package stuff, and the build up and stuff. I think you did a really good job putting it all together.
Go ahead.
Yep.
That was a Justice Hill hit, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
I'll say this: my only regret from Volume 1 was maybe the quality of some of the hits. So now, as you know, with repacks, it's very hard to make every hit an absolute banger. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's hard to make them, all, because you'll lose money. So, but I remedy that in Volume 2 because I'm gonna lose more money this time. But because I realized, basically I'll probably recoup or break even, and that, to me, that's fine because, and I'm sure Manny will attest to this, and anybody that's done a repack, the joy is watching people do it.
Yep.
And then get excited, over what they get, or whatever, or everything. Manny's and isn't that funny that Manny's basically turned out to be the most perfect one of all of them? Like he literally, now his hit wasn't great, but he pulled a Mahomes out of the Mahoho Holmes pack.
Yep.
And he got a redemption.
Yep.
It just and I'm telling you, DMC, did we randomize? We totally randomized. I mean, I brought him into it after I worked, let's say I probably started at 8 o'clock, and I worked until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, getting the random packs together. I was rapping, I had Christmas music playing in the background, hot cocoa.
You went all out on that theme, boy.
And then I brought DMC into it. He helped for like a little bit, and then he dropped out, which is what kids do. And so I brought him in for the randomization part. And by that time, I didn't give a crap. Like, I'm like, I don't want to be involved. I want you to randomize them, and I'm gonna stuff them in. I'm gonna ship them. And man, I had those things shipped out. We did that on a Saturday. I shipped them out on Saturday. Some people were getting their packages on Monday. Like, it was ridiculous. Now, that probably won't happen right now.
No.
But that did happen at that time. And, so I saw like my first video. I think Burke was the first one to do one. He wasn't in the battle. He dropped his on like the following Tuesday. And man, I was like, this is awesome. And of course, Burke had like a 33% chance of hitting a PC card for himself, and he didn't get one.
No.
That was crazy. There was 3 Ravens hits. I don't know what got into me to do that. I guess because it's easy for me to part with Ravens cards because I'm a Bengals.
Right.
I'm a Bengals fan wearing a Redskins hat.
One did find its way to him, though.
Yeah, I know. The Justice Hill made it home, right?
Yeah.
That was a sick card. I really liked it.
It was really nice. It was hard, but I'm like, it's got to, well, I think it's, if people know me, I kind of enjoy giving as much as I can.
Yeah.
It still pains me that I sold you some stuff, Matt. I wish I was better. I just gave it to you.
Dude, those have leveled off in value at best. So once the pro stuff comes out, all that, I knew what I was doing. I knew I was getting something that was probably, obviously, if I get them graded, that's the next level, and that should be what I do. And I am planning that. That's the next thing for the channel. Is I'm going to do some SGC submissions, but that's a whole nother topic. But be on the lookout for that. I really like SGC. I think they're really up and coming. I think they're going to solidify themselves as the big 3, as one of the graders. I really wish GMA would come on the scene, though. But anyway, that's not going to happen.
Right.
If only they would charge $6 instead of $3 for their grading. Maybe they would be better.
Right.
Who's that? GMA?
Yeah.
GMA.
I know. I have. I see GMA cards, and like, they almost go for less money than if the card wasn't graded at all.
Yeah. Eloy had a GMA graded. Who was it last night that he put up? Somebody. Oh, it was a Tatis first Bowman, I think, and it went for $30. I'm sitting there thinking, and it wasn't just a first Bowman. It was like it was a real special card. And I looked them up, and I'm like, oh, well, they go for $30. And raw, they go for $20-some. So I'm sitting there thinking, oh my gosh.
Crazy.
So, but yeah, that's the next thing I want to do. I'm really nervous. For some reason I'm not nervous shipping out a repack, but I'm nervous shipping cards to a grader. I'm nervous that they'll get. I really want to find someone that does it. Like you've probably seen the people on Instagram that you can send your cards to, and they'll physically take them to the grader and drop them off. Like I'd like to find something like that. But again, back to the repack.
Yes.
When I did that, I really want people. The thing about it was people were also so confused when they opened them because I threw extra stuff in. Because I got to the end of it and I packed them up and I was like, man, I don't think I could literally take it if I heard a bunch of people say this was a ripoff. This is sad, but I go back into your all's videos and look at the current comments and try to find the current comments to see what everybody said. And there was one sort of negative comment on one of the videos. And it was on Manny's. And I'm sitting there thinking, seriously? That one could not have gone better. He got a $25 hit. He got a $25 to $30 Mahomes. He got an extra 20. Well, that Donruss hanger box. Those go for $50 or $60. He got like $100 and some of value for $50. I don't know why I think it was $50 ship.
Right.
But I'm sitting there going, and that obviously it's bothered me because I'm still thinking about it right now.
Exactly.
Well,
So
that explains why that's our most viewed video on our channel.
There you go.
I'm joking.
Yeah, because I keep watching.
So you got version 2 coming out pretty soon, and
version 2.
We'll put up a checklist. I think you said you'll get that to me.
I will. All quarterbacks. So all quarterback hits. And nothing, and I mean good stuff. I got a Cam Newton auto. I got a Matt Ryan auto that's absolutely sick. That card is absolutely sick. It's got Matt Ryan and Jamarcus Russell on the same card. It's a blue card. It's nasty. Manny wants that one because Jamarcus Russell didn't sign a lot.
Yeah.
So, but I got that card actually for a decent price. I don't know how I did. When I wanted to build this set, I started going on eBay at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning and doing ending soonest listings. And I sniped some really good cards. Now, again, I'm still going to lose money, but man, there's some great cards. I got a downtown card in there.
Ooh, nice.
It's downtown. It's Josh Rosen, but it's downtown. Those
nice. All right. Nice. He's big.
Lauren probably has one.
I do. I have a graded PSA 9, I think, of the downtown Josh Rosen that I got for pretty dang cheap. It'd probably be more. It's probably worth more if I broke it out of the PS9 slab.
Yeah, I paid surprisingly too much money for a Josh Rosen card, just because it was downtown. But I just wanted that in the checklist. A downtown card.
Yeah.
So there's a Ryan Tannehill. It's not an RPA. It's his second year, but it's National Treasure. Chunky patch, short print. It's printed to 6, and it's nasty. It's nasty. So it's gonna be great. Everyone's gonna have a prestige fat pack. There's gonna be redemptions for $20 in PayPal cash. A 2018 Blaster will be a redemption. I'll come up with something else. And then with Volume 1, I did a Christmas card. I think some people thought that I only did that for them. I did that for everybody. And I literally DM'd everybody, said, hey, what's your PC? And because there was a few that were ripped off camera. and I don't think everybody realized it because I didn't say anything about it in the lineup. It's just something I decided to do again to pump up the wow factor of it, and then the confetti to fall out when you open the card. I wanted it to be an experience.
It was
not just opening cards.
Yep, it totally was.
Here's one hit and rip, and the other thing that bothered me, and I'll try to keep the rest of this brief, but the one thing that bothered me is Manny went on a tangent in the middle of his video where he ripped mine about how mad he was about a Bustin' Pax 87. I think he bought a bomb pack.
Yeah.
He got a $5 card out of a bomb pack, and he's like ripping on it, and it's like for 5 minutes he's ripping on it, and I'm sitting there going, people are going to think that he's ripping on my pack. And I'm like yelling at the camera, like, Manny, shut up about the bomb pack. So, but I mean, I do think he did a good job of transitioning back and saying how good he thought that I did. And, but yeah, so volume 2, now I will say this, unfortunately the price is going to have to go up a little. I'm still trying to keep it really low, but I think I'm going to he said do 55 plus shipping, but I think I'm just going to do $60 flat shipped. The last brew box was that, and my sorry Miko, my checklist is way better than your checklist for your last brew box. So that there'll be 12 of those, which is tough because a lot of them are already reserved. But there's only 12 of those, but there is another option, and they're going to be good too. So 12, that'll be Holiday Hotpack Volume 2. And then the other one is going to be the Partner in Crime pack. And my wife and I were sitting around talking, and, basically what happens is DMC and I will record a video. Our studio's right out here. This is my wife and I's bedroom. And then DMC will run in and show my wife whatever good card we pulled. If we pulled a banger, like a really shiny card or patch card or whatever, he'll run in and show it to her. So, do you like being portrayed like a little kid at Christmas? Because that's what. But do you do that? Can you confirm that that's what you do?
Yeah, I do that.
Okay,
yeah.
All right. So I'm not speaking out of school here. That's a true story. So, and my wife, she tries to pretend that she's excited. Sometimes she is like, "Oh, that card's really shiny and pretty." And I'm going to be probably accused of being a misogynist or a sexist or whatever. And probably the pack is going to do that as well. I don't care. So we're coming with the Partner in Crime pack. And literally it's going to have a hit. And I'm going to structure it about the same way as the Holiday pack. Team bag or some numbered cards, some extra hits, whatever. And then all the hits are going to be shiny or gold or silver. Something like that, or diamond, something like that. And then there's these, I don't know what they're called, but they're for coloring your nails, like painting your nails. They're these packs of they're almost like stickers, I guess. They're real popular with the ladies. I don't know what they are. I'm sure, I don't know if you'll get comments or not, but every pack comes with a pack of those. And those things are like 10 or 15 bucks. A pack. I literally shelled out $130 for those, and we bought them in bulk, so we got a little bit of a discount. So there'll be something for the collector and something for the collector's wife. There'll also be randomly inserted spa gift cards, like a gift card to send your spouse or significant other or yourself if you're selfish to go get a manicure or pedicure or something like that. So it's just a fun thing that my wife and I came up with. She likes it, so you can't really, accuse me of being sexist. So,
well, Matt, you talk about that, and you watch these dumb commercials like he went to Jared or she loved, diamonds and all this, and so they're playing on the fact that women love diamonds, right. But you watch guys' videos. We go crazy for cracked ice and a white spark. We like shiny stuff too, man.
Gold and shiny. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if my wife wore a necklace with a cracked ice thing hanging out, I'd be like, man, honey, you are looking hot today, baby. Yeah. She doesn't know that. That's probably not a bad idea.
I'm like, why do people spend thousands and thousands of dollars on diamonds, and then I watch us guys open
thousands and thousands of dollars.
Cracked ice.
Cracked ice, white sparkle cards. We just go, gaga over them. So
no doubt. What's your favorite out of our legacy break? What did you love? What card did we pull that you loved?
There's a lot. It was the main Chase one. Young.
Yeah, pink cracked ice Chase Young mini card. Yeah, that was his favorite card. Pink cracked. Now he loves the color pink anyway. Here's a little fun fact about DMC. He loves the color pink. When his first baseball team he played on, his glove, it wasn't all pink.
It was black.
Black and pink, predominantly pink. So, little fun fact: he does not have a problem with wearing pink. Would you wear pink shoes?
I had pink Hardens. I had black and pink Hardens.
Yeah. So
that's fair too.
Fun fact about DMC: he likes rare, expensive shoes, and he has no problem with pink. So we're doing the Partners in Crime pack. They'll probably be priced a little less than the holiday Hotpack, but they're going to have some good cards. They're going to. One of the hits in that is a Nick Bosa first off the line gold signature auto rookie out of Elite. And that's it's like a $60 or $70 card by itself. So there'll be 12 of those as well. So 24 total, 12 of the holiday, 12 of the Partners in Crime. Everybody will get at least nails for their significant other, like the nail set or whatever, and then possibly a spa gift card, like a date night thing, like with a restaurant gift card. So again, just something fun. Because how often do you guys run to your wives and tell them about a rip that you just had? Like something that you, a card opening. That never happens, right? No. What I'm envisioning here is maybe having your wife on the video with you or something that. You know what I mean? So, I don't know.
Well, I'll be asking my wife if she'll join me for that. She might. Yeah, I'm looking forward to your next version. Hopefully, I'm on that short list. And
yes, you are. Yeah, you're already on the list. I mean, for both, really, if you want to be. Obviously, I had you on that one. This new one, it's kind of come together really quicker than I expected. So that's why I wanted to just go ahead and, because the other thing about when you do a repack, and if you guys decide to do one, I know you're thinking about it. I want to be involved in a repack that involves a card that Lauren owns. So, I want to see some of his cards in a repack. I know it's got to be difficult for you, and it would really hurt.
I mentioned that we could do an all purple. I'm like, that you've gotten good deals on some cards. You can spare with one of the 215 Teddy Bridgewaters you have.
The eBay 1-of-1 Hotpack.
Well, the thing is
eBay 1-of-1s.
A lot of the cards that I could put a $50, $60 card in a repack as a hit that I paid $10 for, 2-3 years ago.
But you won't.
No. The problem is that our show and Instagram keeps us so busy. Like, I just actually, probably in the last week or two, I've hauled over.
I was just going to say.
Probably like 20 boxes of cards back over to my storage unit because I keep on going. All winter long, I was hauling boxes into the house.
I need to know the unit number of your storage unit. I used to buy bolt cutters in your.
Yeah, definitely. We're talking about it. I think it'd be fun to do.
There's so many things me and Kevin want to do that there's not enough hours in the day, man. It's just like you said, you stayed up till 3:00 in the morning. That
was just when I drilled down to do it. Now I have 2 boxes they're actually sitting on our set where we record, and I've been piling cards into those boxes. Every time I think something will go good in the pack, I put them together. So then after that, then the work really begins, because then you got to start separating them out. And, again, figuring out how you're going to structure the thing, how you're going to package the thing. I mean, it is massive undertaking. At the end of the day, it's a labor of love. But, man, when you see the videos, it's worth it. It's like, it's like watching your child hit a home run.
Yeah.
Well, I don't mean to jump in here, but we are going to bring it to a close because, obviously we record on a different day and we're going live in 10 minutes. So the countdown is on. But it's so much fun talking with you guys. And it's not like we don't talk outside of this, but I think it was great. And get yourself a Hotpack if you can. It's going to be hard to get because they're going to sell it quick. I know they will. Yeah. We really appreciate you guys. That'll bring episode 139 with Matt and DMC to a close.
It was fun.
School Brothers out.